everyone, Holly McCann here, owner of SOAR Personal and Professional Coaching, Surpass Obstacles, Achieve Results. Today we are into our 6th week of our Raise Your Vibration Challenge, and as you can see behind me, I am out on the lovely bike trails here in Northwest Arkansas in gorgeous fall, and I'm also feeling so blessed that it is warm enough that I don't need to have a jacket on still here in November, so that's pretty cool in itself. The message that I have for you today revolves around something that I just recently read in a book called Super Attractor by Gabrielle Bernstein, and I am going to put a link to her website in the section below, as well as a link to her book on Amazon. Definitely check it out. I have to say, there are a few books that I have read in my life that I can honestly say have changed my life. And this is one of them. And what really makes it even more amazing is that I'm only in chapter 3. So for me to be able to say that in the first 2 chapters is pretty amazeballs. So definitely check out the book. I think maybe I'm going to do a whole different series of videos where I do some book reports, some reviews on some different books. And this will be one of the first ones I start with. It's that important. So in the last couple videos, we've talked about not necessarily what we're doing, but who we're being and how that is changing our vibrational position. So first of all, I just want to kind of backtrack a little bit, because some people might be looking at these things and going, why do I need to do a 365-day raise my vibration thing? Like, what is that all about, and what does that even mean? So let me just kind of backtrack a little bit on what this is all about. So a lot of times, I mean, if you look around us, if you use your 5 senses, it looks like we are physical beings having a physical experience. Well, we're really not. We are energetic beings having a physical human experience. And because of that, how things show up in our life in reality, and when I say reality, I mean like the physical reality. We can see it, smell it, taste it, touch it, hear it. All of that starts long before in our thoughts and in our emotions and how we are feeling about these things and what that does to our vibrational level. The most simplistic way I can explain it would be if you've got the flu and you feel really, really sick, you're in a low vibe state. And it's probably not hard to tell that, right? Because you just feel like, I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy, right? Conversely, you are, it's your wedding day, or you are out in nature, or you're snuggled on the couch in front of the fire with your favorite friend, and you're feeling really, really good. Like, it doesn't get any better than this. You're in a high vibe state of mind. And the reason why the book is called Super Attractors is because whatever vibrational level we are putting out there, that's what we're getting back. So it's really important that we stay in a high vibe frame of mind, because that's going to dictate our reality that we experience with our 5 senses. So what I want to kind of talk about today is something that she talks about in the book, that Gabrielle Bernstein talks about in the book. And it is about a mantra and how we can shift our vibration very quickly. And it doesn't matter if you've been feeling depressed, you've been feeling down, you've been, because I'll be honest with you, I haven't posted anything in about a month or so, because that's been the state that I've been in. It's been pretty difficult for me. And I have, and so I read this in the book and immediately manifested what I consider to be an absolute miracle. And so I'd like to share that with you today, because I would like to encourage all of you to consider trying this for yourself, especially if you've been going through something that's been a struggle and is bringing you down. So it's a mantra, and it really just has to do with whatever is showing up in your life that you would prefer to be different. to set a new mantra around it. So for example, in the book, she says that she was feeling really unsupported. She was also kind of a workaholic and felt like if she didn't do it, it wasn't going to get done, or it wasn't going to get done right. And so she wasn't allowing people to help her. So she started saying this mantra that things are happening around me and I am fully supported. And she just kept saying it. She kept saying it. She kept saying it. And the long and short of it is that she had a book launch, a pretty big event, and everything just went off without a hitch. And it was so easy for her because she didn't feel like she needed to do everything. And so really what it did was it didn't change what was going on around her. It changed her reaction to it, her response to it, her mindset to it. So here's how that manifested for me. So I've been going through something pretty stressful and depressing and frustrating for almost 3 years now. And I have felt really unloved and unsupported throughout this. It is one of those situations where the people that are closest to you, you just kind of expect are going to have your back. They're going to stand between you and the shinola that's coming off the fan, right? The people that, like, no matter what, ride or die. I'm talking the people that I grew up with, the people that raised me, the people that I raised, people that I've known for decades who have been my friends. And not only in many cases did they not support me, but actively were being vile and really hurtful to me. And it has left me feeling very unloved, very alone, very isolated, and pretty depressed as a result of it. Which isn't to say that I haven't also found some really great supportive people along the way, but I think because I had such high expectations of those people who are closest to me, that hurt the worst. But here's what I own in all this. I have been primed because of just things that I've dealt with for a long time to be reactive and not respond. And one of the ways in which my sadness comes out, the way it manifests, is in anger. So if I really, really, really get angry at you, it's because you broke my heart into a million pieces. And the sad thing about that is that in these situations with these people, of course, that's how my sadness came out, which isn't to say that they don't have responsibility for their behavior, the things they said, the things they did, that were unconscionable in many cases. But my getting angry or being in this frame of anger, this reactionary frame of mind, absolutely did not help and probably hurt many of the situations. So I decided that I needed to change that. And I read this in the Super Attractor book by Gabrielle Bernstein about this mantra. And so I came up with the mantra that I am love, I am loved, and I feel love from all sources. And the idea is that every time you get into a negative thought pattern, you stop it, cut it off at the quick, and say your mantra. So I said that mantra a lot yesterday because I had just read about it yesterday. This is how quickly things can turn. So I went from feeling very unloved, unsupported, alone, isolated, lonely. And last night I was in a group chat with some friends of mine that I have known for 25, 35 years. They're the kind of friends where we can go a long, long time, years without talking, seeing one another, other than maybe catching up on, some Instagram or Facebook posts. But for the most part, we're off doing our things. And yet when we do talk, it's like we spoke yesterday, like those friends. I hadn't really spoken about what was going on in my life with those friends because we don't get to talk very often. And so I didn't want to be the Debbie Downer. But I came clean last night because something just turned and a bad situation went from bad to worse. And to the point where I just finally surrendered it to the universe because I was like, I don't know, I've been trying to control this for the last 3 years and I can't control it anymore. And so I'm just gonna give up the need to control and just surrender to the universe and surrender the outcome, and whatever happens, happens. So I shared this with my friends, and I shared how I was feeling about it. And this morning I woke up, and I didn't say that I was feeling unloved or anything like that. I was just explaining what was going on in this situation. And this morning I woke up to a text from one of our friends who basically just wrote and said, you know, sometimes we're tested by these, but it's never going to change you. You're always going to be who you are. Everyone who knows you loves you. I love you. Every time I think about you, it makes me smile. And that was the first thing I saw this morning at like 6:45 a.m. And I wanted to write him back really bad, but it was only 4:45 a.m. in California, and I didn't want him to be upset with me. But Bob, thank you. That was exactly what I needed to read at exactly the right time. But what this means for all of you is that what I did was by focusing on my mantra and focusing on that knowledge that I am loved and I am supported, even if it doesn't seem like it in my physical existence right now, that it is there. God, the universe, source energy, whatever you want to call it, I mean, that lives in all of us, and that is nothing but pure love. And so by focusing on that mantra, I literally created and manifested that in my physical reality, without having to actually, you know, ask for it specifically. And so I wanted to just share that with you today. If you are feeling resistance around anything, if you are feeling like there's something in your life, either your whole life or just maybe even a part of your life, where you feel like you're in a lower vibration, like let's say, for example, things are going great with your job, you love being there, it's a great thing, but then maybe we're having some relationship issues at home, or vice versa. Your relationships are going great, but maybe something's going on in the work situation, or you know, some other vocation. Try the mantra, and whatever it is that you're not experiencing that you would like to experience, just that mantra is that you'd like to experience it. And every single time you notice that you're going into a negative thought, because thoughts are energy and they create our emotions, and then our emotions create our thoughts, which create more energy. So you got to disrupt that. If you're going down that negative spiral, say the mantra and see how fast things turn around for you. I again look below for all that information on Gabrielle Bernstein's book, Super Attractor, and also let us know in the comments below, you know, what's going on, and if you tried this, and what the outcome was, and how quickly you saw that manifest in your life, how quickly that miracle happened for you. We'd love to know about it. Also, if you are on this journey with me, or if this is the first video that you've seen, check above, because I will put a link to the other videos that you can check out. And in the meantime, namaste, and I'm gonna go enjoy this lovely Sunday afternoon here in Northwest Arkansas. Bye, everyone.